Hi, this is Lana from Sage and Sound, and I made a short video today on why going to see a psychologist can be better than just talking to your family and friends about your problem. So some people have the thought, well, why would I pay someone that I don't know to listen to me talk when I do have family and friends available? Some of the benefits of coming to see a psychologist in that respect are that psychologists are trained to listen and not give advice. So a lot of times when we speak to family and friends, their natural response is to try and fix it for us. Basically, they don't like seeing us in pain, and that's fair enough. So they try to solve the problem for us practically. But that often results in us feeling like we haven't really been heard, because if there was an easy solution to our problem, we would have already figured it out by now. We don't need other people to do that kind of thinking for us usually. So psychologists never say things like, oh, well, you should do this, or just snap out of it, and other unhelpful comments like that. So that's something that's different about seeing a psychologist from talking to family and friends. The second one is sort of related to this first point in that we are trained to listen and to sit with difficult emotions without trying to fix them. So, like I said before, most people, when they see someone that they care about in pain, want to take that pain away rather than just let that person express what that pain is like. They don't know how to have, I suppose, a boundary in place to stop them from taking on the other person's pain. However, psychologists are trained and retrained in how to do this. We have to, because we listen to people's problems all day and we'd be in a lot of trouble if we were taking them all on board with us. So we don't take your pain on board, which means that we can listen and be there with you for as long as it takes to process those emotions. So that's another thing that's better about seeing a psychologist than just talking it through with family and friends. The third thing that we're doing, that we're trained to do, that again, unless you have this specific training, you're not going to be doing it, is listening out for those thinking patterns that you've got in place that are intensifying your emotional reaction to it. So I always call these unhelpful thinking styles, in that if we think in these particular ways, it will intensify negative emotions, and for most people that's a bad thing, so they're unhelpful. So we have that training and we can point it out to you, so that you're able to change your thinking and then change your emotional reaction to a problem, whether or not the problem itself is actually fixed yet. And that relates to the last thing that's different about going to see a psychologist, which is that if a friend, or even worse, a family member, pointed those thinking patterns out to us, we would be highly resistant to change. We don't like hearing people that we care about, that we're emotionally connected to, tell us the things that they think we could improve. We take it as criticism and we get really hurt, and that affects our ability to change. But a professional, someone who's much more objective, we're much more likely to take their ideas and suggestions on board. We don't take it personally. We're much more able to hear clearly what they're saying and actually be able to implement what they're saying in terms of improving your thinking, so that you are able to think more clearly about your problems and come to your own solutions. Sometimes that involves like practical training around things like different ways to communicate with other people, or different problem solving techniques, but a lot of the time that's not most of the work we're doing. Most of the work is around being able to sit with you, to hear whatever you have to say and to be okay with hearing that, as well as being able to look out for, okay, these are the internal factors that are holding you back. So if you've been struggling with something but thinking you're not sure if a psychologist is the best person to engage, then hopefully this gives you a bit of an idea as to how coming to see a psychologist would actually be helpful for you, above and beyond just talking to friends and family about it. So if you think that you're ready to take that next step, then head to our website, Sage, SAGE, and AND, sound, SOUND.com.au. click the book now button and book in your appointment to get some of that stuff out of your head, out into a session with one of us, and have you feeling better sooner rather than later. Take care.